मेहंदी लगा लो भोले बीरन, मेहंदी लगा लो भोले बीरन, ब्याह रचा लो भोले बीरन, ब्याह रचा लो भोले बीरन, मेहंदी लगा लो भोले बीरन, मेहंदी लगा लो。
这里是灵鹫山，灵鹫山是心经的出处。不过呢，我听说心经是唯一呢佛经里面不是释迦牟尼佛说的，心经是观音菩萨说的，所以你看心经一开始就是观自在菩萨，然后接下去，所以心经是唯一不是释迦牟尼佛的说的一个经。现在是灵鹫山。
बतासा लुटाए दई हो एही अंग नैया, बतासा लुटाए दई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं तंबुआ तनाए दई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं तंबुआ तनाए दई हो एही अंग नैया, और माझा सजाए दई हो एही अंग नैया, लगड़ झगड़ करी हो जो लगड़ झगड़ करी हो, मैं कंगना छिनाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं कंगना छिनाए लई हो एही अंग नैया। मैं मालिन बुलाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं मालिन बुलाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं सहरा मंगाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं सहरा मंगाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, और सहरा बनाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, और सहरा बनाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, जो लगड़ झगड़ करी हो जो लगड़ झगड़ करी हो, मैं सहरा छिनाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं सहरा छिनाए लई हो एही अंग नैया, मैं लड़ियां तोड़ाए लई हो एही अंग नैया।
มักจะกลับมาสอนธรรมะให้กับชาวบ้านเรียนหมู่บ้านอยู่เป็นปริญญาโทอยู่ที่มหาวิทยาลัยนวนานันทาฮ่องกง
According to history, it was 10 km long, 8 km wide.
10 meters.
Yeah, 10 by 8 kilometers.
Kilometers.
Long. And 10,000 students, one time, they are study here. I mean, this university have capacity 10,000 students, 1,500 professors can adjust one time in this university. And from all over world, people coming to get education here. And all type of subject were taught here. But those days, not only this university, 3 universities were there. Nalanda, Vikramshila and Takshashila. 3 universities were there. So Nalanda University, we are in Nalanda at the moment. And Vikramaditya or Vikramshila also in this Bihar state. But that is about 250 kilometers away from here. And Takshashila University, now that has gone into the Pakistan. But those days, the area of that university was a part of India. So 3 universities were famous university those very days. Among those 3 universities, this is the main one. This is the largest one. And Lord Buddha came so many times here. Because this is the birthplace of Sariputra, death place of Sariputra. And why this university constructed here? Due to the Sariputra. It is true, when Buddha visited this area, there were no university. Because Buddha period is around 600 BC. And basement of this university is almost 2000 years. So Buddha days there was not university, but so many times Buddha came to this area. Anyhow, in 1205 AD, one Muslim king came here from Afghanistan. His name Bakhtiyar Khilji, and he destroyed this university. Not only that, he put fire, he burnt this university. And when he burnt this university, almost all the students and professors were dies in this university. Almost all. There were 3 libraries were there. Ratnagiri, Ratnadiri, Ratnasagar was biggest library in this university. So when the Khilji burnt this university, in the library 6 months continuous books getting burning and burning. Or we can say books 6 months burnt continuous in the library.
Like a lot of books.
So we can think in our mind how big library was there, or how many books were there, where 6 months continuous books getting burning and burning. So from 1200 to 1800, almost about 600 years, it was all covered by the Muslim, by the Bakhtiyar Khilji, with sand, soil, something like that. Then came Lord Cunningham, British archaeologist, in 1880, and he excavated this site. But he was not able to excavate whole part. But he was excavated about 500 to 600 meters this direction, and 400 to 500 meters this direction. So when he excavated, what he got Chaitya site, temple site, hostel and monasteries. 4 sites get here. So we will go closer to that, and I will show you everything. And one more thing, when the student comes to get education here, when they finish their education, when they finish their study, they not got any paper, no any certificate is there. Wherever they go, wherever he go, by his talency, by his talent, people can recognize how much deep education they have. For example, I can say about. So when we have used stylus, so you want to come in, when you came here, you also go to stance. So there are 3 entrances of this university, but this is the main one because this is the eastern part. And when the new student come to get admission here, they have to go only this way. So there was some special system was here. What was the system? 2 gatekeeper always here. One is this side and one is this side. And gatekeeper should be at least graduate. If he is a graduate, he can able to be a gatekeeper. Otherwise, no. So when the student come to get admission here, gatekeeper took the interview. When they pass, then they can get admission. Otherwise, they have to go back their home. So they can think in our mind, when the gatekeeper was that much of educated, how about the student and professor?
说那些要来这边求学的人，这2个看门就会打问题啊，他们才可以进来这边求学，要不然他们是不进。对的，看门的都是大学毕业生，那个学习程度是很深的。
So in every block had all the facilities. No need to go here and there. But in this university have very special system. What was the system? Because every blocks there was a temple. So before go to lunch, before go to a study, before go to sleep, they have to pray first, and then they start what they want to start. So right now we are almost in the middle. So we can see those trees there. So all the monasteries similar from this point to that point. So as I told you about 500-600 meters this side it was excavated. This is only up to here is last point. And you see these are the rooms here.
这是一个 好像海克斯，好像还有卧室哦，好像大学的宿舍。
Are these original bricks? Yes.
They're very thick.
You see these bricks here, these broken bricks here. These are the old bricks here. But the first layer of the bricks, you see the concrete one. This is the not the old one, but inner are the old one. And one thing you see, the wall is almost 1.5 meters thick. So even the temperature goes up like 45, 46, heatness can't come inside.
Keep the place cool.
And when during the winter days even goes minus, the coldness can't come inside. Like always air conditioned. And there was no cement those days. There was sugarcane juice, I mean the water from the sugarcane, lime, some chemical, by that they joined the bricks. And because the wall thickness is like 1.5 meters, so it was more strongness than today. The room is 2 bed is there, so like it means one room for the 2 student. And you see the bed, how soft. You see, very very comfortable, sir. Even without pillow, people can sleep.
Is it that?
Very soft.
Why must you take picture of me sitting on the wall?
These are the bathrooms.
Humpty Dumpty.
These are the bathrooms.
Where are the bathrooms?
Yeah, it's a pole. You see the hole, used water goes through that way. There was some channel system was there, so used water goes this way out. And it was built 7 times by 7 different kings. First by King Ashoka, when we talk about Ashoka, 2300 years ago. Then by Sunga, first 100 BC. Then by Kanishka, first 100 AD. Then Gupta, 400 AD. Pala, 1000 AD. Harshvardhana, 600 AD, like that. So basement of the temple is 2300 years old. This is called also main stupa or Sariputra stupa, what we can say, we can say. This is the temple side. This is the hostel side. Whole part was the hostel side. And you see that was the kitchen area is there. Food were cooked there. That is the there. And you see this platform. This is called like Chaitya. The Buddhist monks practice about meditation on this platform. And so many round stupa is that side. So those are the cemeteries, because during education time when the student dies there, so those are the cemeteries of those people.
Should we take a picture here?
Which place you like? This place? But sir,
So big.
I want to find out what's the safety.
was set up here, this particular place of the Tariq Fort, birthplace and death place. Lord Buddha got Mahaparinibbana at Kushinagar. The place is called Mahaparinibbana Temple. And then about half kilometer from there, his body was taken by the people, by the kings, and the body was fully cremated there. After that, Buddha relics were divided into the 8 parts. So one part of the relics were taken by King Vishala. Vishala was the king of this area. So he was also there while his body was cremated. So the relics were divided into the 8 parts. So one part of the relics were taken by him. And the relics he kept or he put into the casket. And on the casket, he set up one big stupa, which was or which is known as Relics stupa. So this stupa, what we are seeing the shape, it was like 4 times more higher than this. But as we know, when the Muslims went, Bakhtiyar Khilji in 1205 AD, everywhere he destroyed. But before that, there was a king from Afghanistan, his name was Kanishka. And he was the founder of Mahayana Buddhism. So he was the Hindu king, later on he became Buddhist, and he was very much interested in this religion. So he went so many places to get some relics. But he was not success. Finally, when he came here, through the glasses, he saw in the casket relic is there. So through the drill, he went to the casket, because casket is about 10 meters deep from this level. So half relics he taken from here and half he left here.
He stole them?
Yeah.
Stole it. And
You can say he has stolen
where is that half now?
half, about 10 meters.
No, the other half that he took it.
That is in Afghanistan. That is in Gandhara. Yeah, that is in Gandhara. So later on, because after that the Muslim king came, destroyed this one, but basement of this stupa is 2600 years old, because it was made by King Vishala. This area was known as Lichavi, not by Sali. Old name for this area was Lichavi, but because there was a king, his name Vishala, so this area is known as Vaisali. Then in 1200 AD, the Muslim came who destroyed the Nalanda University, Bodh Gaya, all the places. He also came here and he destroyed it. But from 1956, as I told, first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, he was very much interested in this religion. So he went all the places, not only here, all the Buddhist sites he went, and he gave the order to the archaeologists to protect this type of monuments. So this type of said everything's work. First it was in 1956, now every 10 years, every 20 years, every 15 years, according to need, renovation work is there. So this is called Relics stupa. And Kanishka was the first king who set up a statue of Lord Buddha. He was the first king 1900 years ago. So if we go anywhere, if somebody says this is Buddha's statue, 2000 years old, can't be in the world. Because he was the first king who set up a statue of Lord Buddha, that is called Gandhara art, and that one statue was destroyed in Taliban, Bomian, by same king he set up the statue over there. And when he set up the statues, many people like to worship around the statues. But many people were there, they saying, no, you can't worship because this is against to Buddha. Buddha never taught about any idol worship. But the people say, no, we made a statue of Lord Buddha, let me allow to worship. But again those people say, no, you can't worship. Then what happened? There was very, very hot dispute between each another. And from that very days, Buddhism divided into 2 parts, Theravada and Mahayana. So this is the Relic stupa here. Please go, have your own, and then we go to see Ananda stupa.
So in this location, is there any more relics inside?
Inside still.
Yeah, still.
Still.
Yeah, but people can't see.
Can't see. Did the archaeologists take it out and then put it somewhere, or museum or somewhere?
Yeah, he found some relics, and the data that is kept in Patna Museum.
So no relics left here lah.
Some relics is there.
Still here.
Where was the spot that Buddha was cremated?
Kushinagar.
That's where we're going.
We are going. If we reach on the time today, we will visit that places. If no, then early in the morning, 6 o'clock, we go for the sightseeing.
Thank you. 去火化吗？就我舍利的，他们是分成8个地方。
That is called Diamond Sutra, and after the Diamond Sutra there was heavy rain. After the heavy rain, all the skin diseases were cured. And in this place, Buddha declared in front of thousands of people, I will get Nibbana after 3 months. I will die after 3 months, and the time and the date which Buddha declared, same day he passed away. That's why his nirvana is called Great Nirvana. Maha means great. Mahaparinirvana, the great death. In this world, many people came, but Buddha is the first who declared about his death. And there is a Ashokan pillar, which was made by King Ashoka 2300 years before. 11 meter height of this pillar. 11 meter. You see top of the pillar, one lion head is there, and facing is this side. Because from this place, Buddha moved this way for Kushinara. That's why Buddha face is this side. Other many stupa is there, which was made by devotees for their good luck. And there is a monkey tank is there. Monkey pond, monkey lake, because this was dug by the monkey. And you see the pink like pillar is there, na? Like platform is there.
Yes.
There is a ruins that is called Kutagar Shala. That is the ruins. Or when Buddha spent the rainy season, that is the residence of Lord Buddha. And you see two people is standing there. That is called Swastika Garsala. That is for the nun. That is for the Bhikshuni. This is the Kutagar Shala. This is the place where Buddha slept there. This is the residence. So this is the residence of Buddha during the night time. This is called Swastika Garshala. This is the residence of nuns. This is the residence of Bhikshuni. This is the monkey pond because it was dug by the monkey. Yeah, dug by the monkey. And this is the last place. This is the final place of Lord Buddha. Final place means from this place he went direct to Kusinara and he attained Nibbana. So this is the last place where he was given the sermon. Or last sermon Buddha was given at this place. This is one of the very great place. We are standing in front of the stupa here. Earlier, this place was known as Pawa. P-A-W-A. Pawa. Pawa was the old name for the Kushinagar. And there was a king called Mallas. But after that, people changed the name and they put the name Kashia. Kashia, K-A-S-H-I-Y-A. Kashia. But nowadays, it is known as Kushinagar. Before Kushinagar, people put the name Kushinara, but nowadays it is known as Kushinagar. So the place where he got Mahaparinirvana, that is about half kilometer this side. And when he was passed away, his body was kept there for 1 week to pay attention. All the kings and people and devotees comes and paid the last attention. After that, with full respect, his body was brought here. After that, people put the body of Lord Buddha middle of the sandalwood, and people use match, lighter for the fire, but there was no fire. Why? Because Mahakasyapa was not here. The great disciple of Lord Buddha, Mahakasyapa, he was not here. So when the Mahakasyapa came, he took 3 rounds of dead body of Buddha. After 3 rounds, he stood feet side of Buddha. Suppose here is the head and here is the feet. And he stood about 2 meters far from the feet. And he paid last attention to Lord Buddha. And he say, "Oh Lord Buddha, if I will be Arahat, then please you bless me." Then what happened? Buddha's feet came out from the sandalwood. Or I can say, Mahakasyapa was blessed by Buddha's feet. And then the whole body went into the same place. After that again Mahakasyapa took 3 rounds. After 3 rounds there was a fire. When there was a fire, when body was fully cremated, so many kings were here. Among so many kings, 8 kings are very powerful. Because those very days India was divided into the 16 Mahajanpad. Maha means great, 16 estates were there. So in the 16 estates, 8 estates king was here, and they are fighting for the relics. One say I will take whole relics, second say I will take, third say I will take, something like that. So they are making very hot discourse, hot talking. Then there was a great man those very days. His name was Drona. He was from higher caste, and he was very highly respected man those very days. So he came to this place, and when he came to this place, all the kings, they pay attention to that great man, like namaste, good morning, good afternoon, something like that. After that, he asked why you are making discourse, why you are fighting, something like that. Then he explained about the relics. Then he said, no, don't do like that. And the Drona, he divided the relics into the 8 parts. And he said, you can take each of the part, all the kings, because 8 kings were there. But the Drona king, while he was divided the relics into the 8 parts, the tooth relic, Buddha tooth relic was there, and he wanted to keep that. So he thought, if I take in front of all the kings, they will mind. So just he hid one tooth relic, and he has long hair, and he put into the hair. And then what happened? Deva was looking. You know Deva? Deva was looking, so Deva came down and he took the relics, that one. So that tooth relic or teeth relic we can see in Kandy.
Oh.
Yeah, so tooth relic in the Kandy, hair relics in Myanmar, Swetgun Pagoda is there. So later on, the Mallas king, he set up this stupa. Then King Ashoka came, so many other kings came, he set up more and more and more. Later on, as I told, or as we know, when the Muslims went all the places, he destroyed. But finally, the first Prime Minister of India, he was from the higher caste, he was from the Hindus, but he was very much interested in this religion. So he went all the places, not only here, and he was the one who gave the order to the archaeologists to protect it, to maintain it, something like that. So now it is managed and protected by Archaeological Survey of India. So this is the place where Buddha body was cremated. The first name was given Mukut Bandhana Chaitya. Mukut means higher than head. Means this word is the more and more and more polite and respectable. Second name people were given Ramabhara Stupa. So we can have one round of the stupa. Because the Buddha relics were divided into the 8 parts. That's why 8 stupa is there, and the huge portion of the relics were taken by King Vishala. That's why this is the biggest stupa among all the stupa. This is actually even today when we people going to do some holy things, some prayer, some worship, something like that, we need some water. So when Buddha's body was fully cremated, when body was fully burnt, people need water to spread on that, to put on that, but there was no water at all. Then what happened? Mahakasyapa, he just came here and he sat for the meditation and he focusing to this point. And when he was focusing by deeply to this point, naturally water is coming from the earth. And he took the water into the bowl, and just he took the water from here and he has spread over there. So this is a nature bale, but later on it was made by King Mallas. So just we see that side, the boundary there. About 5 meters other side of the boundary, there is a river called Hiranyavati river. Hiranyavati, name of the river. You know, 3 rivers are connected from the Buddha's life. The first river is called Anuma. First river is Anoma, because when he left the kingdom, he sat on the horse, Kanthaka, and he crossed the river, jumped the river. That is Anoma river, that is in Nepal, that is near the Kapilavastu. Second river is Niranjana, we have seen in Bodh Gaya, because after drinking the water from that river, he attained enlightenment. And this is the third river called Hiranyavati river. After drinking water from this river, he attained Mahaparinirbana. He haven't drank water at this place is other side, but from this river.